Council is called to order. In accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, be advised that adequate notice of this work session, regular meeting of the Township Council of Franklin Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, was made by the posting on the bulletin board of the municipal building complex and transmitted to the officially designated newspapers. A list of dates annually indicating that this work session regular meeting would take place at the Franklin Township Municipal Complex at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, February 3rd, 2015. In addition, a copy of this notice is and has been available to the public and is on file in the office of the municipal clerk. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Councilman Prasad.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
O God, the Creator and Redeemer of all the faithful, hear our supplications, and through thy infinite love and mercy, graciously grant us the strength and power in our thoughts and decisions to be for the benefit of all people at all times. Amen.
Amen.
Ms. McCarthy, please call the roll.
Councilman Chase,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Francois,
Here.
Mayor Kelly,
Here.
Councilman Kramer,
Here.
Councilman Prasad,
Here.
Councilman Regan, Councilwoman Sherman, Councilman Vasanella, Councilman Wright.
He's on his way. He's on his way.
What?
Okay, Councilman Regan, he will be arriving late because he had a little mishap today. So he will be arriving late. I just wanted everyone to know how that works.
Our doctor's.
It's a little difficult for me to talk, so thank you.
You all right with me, Bob?
What's wrong with her? Well, we'll just,
Upendra's on his way.
he's on his way, so we'll just go.
Go down to the next one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll discuss when he arrives.
We are at the portion of the meeting for commendations and proclamations,
Vacation. Yeah.
but the Pendra Chivakula is not here yet, so if we can just put that off until he arrives.
Right.
Okay, great.
Mr. Mayor, is your mic on?
I believe so.
Okay, sorry.
We'll move on to section agenda item number 6. Is there a motion to open the meeting for public discussion?
So moved?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. The meeting is open for public discussion on any item of interest which does not have a public hearing of its own. If anybody is interested in speaking, please raise your hand and when recognized, give your name and address.
Mr. Mayor, seeing that there's no one from the public that has come forward, I move that we close this portion of the public discussion.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried.
Go back to.
I guess we can go back to the commendations and proclamations.
I think your drive is going to be longer than the meeting.
Yeah. Come on up.
Hello, come on up here. Mr. Upendra Shivakula, former mayor of Franklin Township, former at-large councilman former deputy mayor, former Democratic chairman. We brought you here today, Upendra, because we are so proud of you. And we wanted to give you this commendation and let you know how much we, the Township Council, and also the Township of Franklin, really feel about you and all the things you've done for Franklin Township. So I'm not going to slight you. I'm going to read every word of this commendation because it's important. I don't want to leave anything out. And the commendation reads, whereas Upendra Shivakula has served the Township of Franklin in the state of New Jersey for many, many years in numerous capacities, including 8.5 years as a member of the Franklin Township Council and 13 years as a member of the New Jersey General Assembly representing our District Number 17. Whereas Upendra Shivakula served on the Franklin Township Council from 1997 to 2005, representing the residents of the 5th Ward and serving as our mayor in 2000 and deputy mayor in 1998. Whereas while as a Franklin Township councilman, Upendra Shivakula began his tenure as assemblyman for District 17, serving from 2002 to 2014, and served as the deputy speaker from 2007 through 2014. That's a lot. Whereas Upendra Shivakula holds the proud distinction of being the first Indian American elected to the New Jersey State Legislature and only the 4th Indian American to be elected to a state legislature. And whereas Upendra Shivakula has always been willing to place his concern for the public good ahead of his personal interests, and this has earned the admiration and high regard of other civic leaders and the affection of a host of area residents. And whereas Upendra Shivakula has demonstrated in many, many ways, including overseeing stable taxes and increased economic prosperity, his deep and genuine love for his community and the surrounding area. And now, therefore, we, Mayor Christopher Kelly, and on behalf of the Township Council and the Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey, and its residents, express our sincere appreciation and thanks to Upendra Shivakula for his distinguished service to the Township of Franklin and the State of New Jersey. I personally can't say enough about Upendra. He brought me into politics way back in 1995, and he served as a mentor to me and so many people. And Upendra, we thank you for everything, all that you do, and everything you will continue to do. We're proud of you, and we love you. Thank you.
Makes me nervous. I've been a long time in the public life, and I haven't gone out of public life yet. So I just got recently appointed to be a member of the Board of Public Utilities as a commissioner by Governor Chris Christie. So I have a 6-year tenure, so I'm going to continue to work and want to make sure that energy is affordable, and we address the issue of digital divide, and we need to number of things using my electrical engineering background. And I never imagined that coming to United States I came to United States on September 12th, 1974 with $8 in my pocket, and as a student of City College of the City University of New York to get my master's degree in electrical engineering. I never imagined that I'll be running for political office, not only that, serving the people of the state of New Jersey. And Franklin, I think I moved into Franklin in November of 1983, and 32 years I've been, almost 32 years I've been living in Franklin Township. Franklin has been near and dear to my heart, and anything that happens here makes me very, very happy that we are able to preserve more than 34% in open space. The state, county, and municipal lands, and so I was one of the first ones to institute the open space tax. I think it's been a long time, and I just come a long way in terms of my own personal growth. As a township, we have grown so much, and in the legislature have done a number of things to make Franklin proud. Whenever I go out there, talk about people, Franklin Township, Somerset County, Chivukula is coming from there, and I wanted to make my community, our community proud. And so I just want to thank you, Mayor Kelly and Deputy Mayor Kimberly Francois, Councilman Rajiv Prasad, Carl Wright, and Jim Vasanella, and Councilman, Phil Kramer, and Dr. Chase, Councilman, who go back many, many years, campaign together. I think it is about, I feel that public service is the highest calling, and I really cherish it every day and every moment of my life. And once again, I thank all of you for your support and your help during my tenure. Of course, our manager, Bob Warnlocker, we used to sit on the OEM meetings, right, trying to come up with the communication and for our first aid and firefighters. We try to come up with that, and we came up with the first contract, several meetings, and I think it's all worth it. You don't make money, but I think it's worth, if you make just a little bit of difference in people's life, and that's worth it. And once again, thank you, and God bless all of you, and Franklin Township, and God bless America. Thank you. Assemblyman Danielson is here. Thank you so much for joining us. He has taken my position at the state level. Yeah.
Well, I came first to bring you something as well. May I have a moment, Mayor? Thank you. I have a resolution from the New Jersey State General Assembly. I'd like to read part of it. I won't go through all the whereases. Whereas the Honorable Upendra Chivukula, a highly esteemed resident of the Garden State and former member of this House, is being saluted upon the conclusion of his distinguished tenure of service to the citizens of the 17th Legislative District that has exemplified the true meaning of selfless public service. Be it resolved by the General Assembly of the State of New Jersey that this House hereby expresses its sincere gratitude and heartfelt appreciation to Upendra Chivukula. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Is there a group hug or something?
A picture?
Group picture or something?
If you need a hug, I'll hug.
Oh, man, we don't get a group hug, a picture? Oh, man.
You want me to take it on my iPad?
She looks better than Lou.
Thanks.
He used to.
Hello, Assemblyman.
That's the important one? They're all. Thank you so much. Role model for all of us. Thank you, boss.
Very welcome. Thank you. You guys want to do a group picture?
You want me to use my iPad?
No, could you do?
Oh, now we're going through the group hug?
Hi, Vicki Flynn.
Oh, Mr. Mayor's got it.
Congratulations. You've been a friend of mine. All right, well, thank you. Very nice comments. You came here in America on my dad's birthday, September 12th.
My son was born the same day.
Really?
I'm guessing you Pendra, okay?
Well, Upendra should be in the middle. Upendra should be in the middle. Jim, set up the photo. Come on.
Set up the photo. Let's get a little tighter here, you know? Come on. We all know one each other. Move this thing out. You want to move that out? right, you'll lean 45 degrees.
Come on, you all like each other. Move closer.
Six more. Six more.
Thank you, Bill.
Carl, you're good at moving it. My pleasure. You want to move that back? Public session, what the hell?
That's true. That's true.
I just want to point out for the record.
That's what we said.
It's good that something.
That's what we said. Thank you, Penny.
Council. Okay, we've reached the council comment section. I will start with, on the left-hand side, Councilman Wright.
Council comment.
Council comments?
Council reports now, or?
Council comments.
Comments?
Yeah, same thing.
Well, wait, we still
No.
have to technically do the public.
Just comments. No reports.
Okay. No comments.
I'll do my reports in
Okay,
Audience.
okay.
couple things here. We have three we have three committee reports to go through right quick. One would be the land use, which Jimmy Vasanella, Councilman at-large Prasad, Councilman Ted Chase, and I are all on. We had the discussions about Catalpa Park with our township manager, who's under the weather today. They came up with a concept plan that will be distributed to the Open Space Advisory Committee, the Recreation Advisory Committee, and the Planning Board before it comes here for a public discussion. That, too, would follow for Arlington Park. We discussed moving the no parking signs and things of that nature to supply more on-street parking, and that would be down the Fifth Ward with Councilman Vasanella. Then we moved on to Middlebush Park, and we discussed various options for concession stands, and as we went down the list, we wanted to keep the cost down. So we've asked for them to come back with a new concept for the concession building, and then we will go from there. That's pretty much everything for the Open Space Land Use Committee, unless my colleagues have something else right quick. If not, we'll move on to the next committee that I'm on, and that's the Fireworks Committee, of which I am the vice chair, and Bill Grippo is our chair. We set the day for the for the 4th of July on Thursday, July the 2nd, with a rain date of Friday, July 10th. We looked at what we spent last year, and we're looking for, in 2015, a budget around $17,000. Now, this is not an inexpensive proposition. Most of the money that we have goes toward the fireworks and labor costs. So we are looking to raise that type of money for the fireworks in and of themselves. Councilwoman, put out down
Chairman.
there.
Sherman.
I was in looking at the fireworks committee, of which Councilwoman Rosin Sherman is on. We were looking to increase participation from our seniors this year. So again, as in last year, we're looking for the dancers, the singers, and everyone else on that senior side to come out and show us exactly what you've been doing all these years. We hope to have a Motown review going on. We also would like the National Guard to come in and have a more active role in what we do. So we have a lot on the agenda, including with Alice Osipowicz with the Recreation Department. We want to come up with a couple things that you, the citizens here in Franklin Township, would like. And as you notice, this 4th of July celebration has expanded. We started as a little acorn almost 5 years ago, And now we've gotten real huge so that other residents from other towns come to be with us on our 4th of July. Next, the Hamilton Street Advisory Board. We just had a meeting last night, of which again Jimmy Vassanella is a member, because we share Hamilton Street, and Councilman at Large Brian Regan is also on that committee. Real short, we had a reorganization this week. We picked a new chair, which is Pat Giannato, and our new vice chair, which is Timothy Kelly. We went through our budget, and we decided to go back, I'm not mistaken, go back and look at it again for ways to save money for the businesses on Hamilton Street. Am I correct with that one, Councilman Vassanella?
Yes, I believe that they came to a pretty good consensus by the end of the evening, but they would be submitting it to council as soon as they finish tweaking out, doing the final tweaking and a more comprehensive write-up, I believe, by Vince Dominic, the executive director. That should be coming shortly to council.
Okay, thank you. We also had our subcommittee updates with marketing, public safety, and I believe our public safety had a couple of items that they were concerned about. They will move on to the council public safety and explain to us just what those situations are and how they would like to move forward on that particular items on the Hamilton Street. Next, I'm also on the redevelopment agency with Councilwoman Francois, who's our deputy mayor. We will have a report for you next month because all we did this month was have a short meeting, which was reorganization, of which Ms. Francois was also elected the vice chair with Michael Giannato as chair. Okay? The Housing Authority, of which I sit, we will have council comment, well, minutes for the next meeting. We too just had a reorganization, and also, instead of being the council liaison, I am now a commissioner with a 5-year appointment. It was deemed, how can I say, it was better that I was actually in the meeting than sitting outside the meeting. Councilman at Large Brian Regan has now filled my seat as the council liaison to that organization. And that, Mr. Mayor, is everything off of my desk, and I'm done.
Thank you. Dr. Kramer?
I don't have quite as lengthy a report. Canal Fest will be October 17th, and since we're doing ad hoc committee reports, financial oversight is meeting on the budget, but nothing to report yet. We have several more meetings. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Dr. Chase?
I'm happy to be able to make a committee report since it's on the Public Works Committee meeting on December 12th. Now almost 2 months ago, I did want to make it. And we had quite a number of items there. The Van Wickle House has very significant structural issues. It should not be used for public events until repair work is done. We won't know the cost until a detailed analysis is done, but it's on the order of, expected to be on the order of $500,000. The county wants to move on reconstruction of the New Brunswick Road Bridge over Cedar Grove Brook. They want a full road closure authorized by a resolution from council, providing for a 3 to 4 week closure, though they hope to complete it in less time. The official detour will be via Eastern Avenue, though local residents are likely to use Martino Drive and Treptow Road. The committee agreed to move the resolution. I might mention there that my street, Old Georgetown Road, is currently suffering from the reconstruction of Route 58 and closure of Route 518. Again, the official detour is via Route 27 to Kingston, and in fact, the township has been done fairly well at keeping the trucks from coming to Old Georgetown Road, but still, at rush hour, the traffic is up tenfold. I'm happy to say that police presence is also up something like tenfold, and I think they've given out a fair number of tickets to people who speed on Old Georgetown Road, although I've still had protests from the neighbors. The poor condition of Canal Road between Griggstown and Route 518 was discussed. Many complaints about its condition have been received. The resurfacing has been waiting on the canal dredging project, which is expected to bring heavy truck traffic to the southernmost mile or so, but the dredging project is currently on hold because they're not sure where they will eventually truck the dredging spoils to. And even if it began in 2016, it would not be completed until 2019. We really can't wait that long for resurfacing. So it was agreed to put it into the 2015 capital budget for road repair as a reclamation project. So this will require pushing some other roads into 2016. But I know from, there's a little bit of it I drive very regularly that had a lot of potholes. Carl Hauk, who was Assistant Township Engineer and is now Director of Public Works, presented some suggested money-saving changes to the water ordinance and the convenience center. The ordinance about the water system currently provides that if a main is to be extended to serve a single additional house being constructed or a minor subdivision, the township will provide the materials or their monetary value. He suggests taking this out to save the township money. This was discussed at length. Eventually, the committee agreed to recommend this change. This would not apply to any main extensions in Franklin Park because of groundwater contamination. Federal Superfund money would pay for this. At present, the charge for having a public works representative come to turn off or on a water line at the main is $25. Carl suggests that for night and weekend non-emergency turn-offs and turn-ons, we should charge the cost, which is overtime at time and a half pay, minimum 4 hours if a worker is called out. The committee agreed, but a definition of an emergency is needed. The convenience center, Carl proposes extending the hours on Saturday and every other Saturday, April to November, once a month, December to March, but longer hours, and canceling the little-used alternate Monday opening. It was pointed out that Orthodox Jews could not use the center on Saturdays, and it was agreed to retain one Monday per month. The total hours of opening will remain the same. So, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Dr. Chase. Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
He went down there
Oh.
and come back up.
Okay, I didn't want to jump ahead of Councilman Prasad. Okay. Thank you, Councilman Wright and Councilman Chase, for the updates on Public Works Committee and Land Use, which I serve on with you. Public Safety Committee will be meeting this coming Tuesday. I believe a report was given by Councilman Regan in regards to our meeting in December, so we won't have any new information until the next council meeting regarding public safety. Attended an ELS meeting. If I remember right, Councilman Kramer was there with me. Nothing significant went on, but there are some possible minor ordinance changes to the ordinance that establishes that committee that the committee was considering. They seem practical changes, and they'll be bringing them to council once the entire committee has vetted them a little bit better. But everything seems well intact with our emergency services relevant to the ELS committee. Really, that's all I have. I do want to elaborate or mention, relevant to Public Works, that you might notice more potholes because of the past inclement weather recently, and that's what happens with the weather. A result, unfortunately, is additional potholes. I actually recognized on the way here tonight some of them have already been attended to, and I was surprised because of all the bad weather. But if there is an issue and you notice one, we have a system set up on our township website to which you can inform the town, and I'm confident that they would get out there and attend to it as soon as weather allows. And that is pretty much it. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Prasad?
Thank you, Mayor. I serve on the land use, which already has been reported on by Councilman Carl Wright. And the Human Relations Commission meeting was canceled last Tuesday, as was the council meeting. Last Monday. And so it's not till next month now. And admin is yet to be held. And the Franklin Township Community Foundation meeting is hopefully soon. And so those are the committees that I serve on. And on a different note, good news that West Africa is actually testing vaccines for Ebola made by GSK and NIH. So the trials have started, and full-blown trials up to about 27,000 people will be done in the future, but it's at least on its way. One of the things that I would like to request the Health Advisory Board is to consider naloxone as a requirement for the first responders in cases of drug overdose. And
I believe they're already using that.
Oh, they are? Great. And is there any ordinance that we may have to pass, covering the Good Samaritan protection and all that?
It's all
And now.
by the state.
It's all covered by state
Covered
law.
by the state. Okay, great. As long as, it's been in the press that it'll save some lives, so hopefully we can focus on that. Beyond that, we're having ordinance moving some money around for the 9/11 memorial. It's high time, and I thank the manager for finally getting it done. So hopefully we'll see the 9/11 memorial, that even our friend Mr. Bob LaCourte was part of the committee that chose the site, et cetera, for it, near the library. And we've had the beam from the World Trade Center given to us by the Port Authority and the Lieutenant Governor. So hopefully we can get that memorial built soon enough. And I want to congratulate the township manager for a job well done as far as the snow and ice is concerned, and keeping us informed and warned, and even the delayed opening yesterday just to keep everybody safe and out of trouble. So thank you for that, and stay warm. Thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Francois?
Mayor? I'm sorry, if I could just mention something. Thank you. I know there were some people that were waiting on this, and Councilman Wright, the meeting we attended to Hamilton Street the other night, there are some, we have a zoning subcommittee that has been hard at work, and I believe the status of some possible zoning changes that have been long desired and anticipated for Hamilton Street area have made their way to the planning board. And I'm sure our council member, Dr. Chase, will keep us informed as that goes on. But they are in the hands of the planning board, and I suspect, there's no guarantee, but within a few months, we may actually see some of those ordinances arrive on council desk, which would be a major incentive to bringing some long-desired development, hopefully, to the Hamilton Street area. Nothing extreme, but what we feel may, again, and council, of course, will be the final word on this, help out with that situation. And then the one other thing that I forgot, I apologize, is we I sit on the Housing Board, Central Jersey Housing Resource Center, which manages our affordable housing in Franklin Township. And it's hard to believe, but now it's been 30 years since our first affordable units were built in Franklin. We were leaders in that area. And I mention it because I believe soon we will be getting some deed restrictions coming to the council here that have to go through a process of being removed by council. Because after 30 years, the units are no longer considered affordable. But just also want to mention with that, as those handful of deed restrictions start coming off, we still, from what I understand from the experts, are in wonderful shape, that we have more. I mean, we always want to have even more, but we have more than enough to maintain the level or requirements right now with affordable housing. But for those of you who remember 30 plus years ago, this original affordable units are now come to their expiration date. I'm sorry, Mayor, I just wanted to throw that in because I felt that would be important. It will be coming to council soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Francois.
I just have one announcement. The Franklin Youth Initiative, which I lead up, is having its third annual Black History Month celebration on Saturday, February 21st, from 6 to 10 p.m. over at the Senior Community Center. And if it snows, we have a snow date of February 28th. Same time, same place, 6 to 10 p.m. at the community center. So all those that would like to come out and see our young people and all their talent celebrations, by all means, you're welcome. The tickets are $5. It is a fundraiser, and it is our third annual event. And we have probably 20, 30 acts that will be participating in the celebration of Black History Month. Everybody stay safe and stay warm. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. I just have a few comments. Since I'm very new to this, I haven't been on any committees since I took over as mayor 3 weeks ago. I just wanted to commend the township manager and DPW for their hard work during the recent storms. Even on a small dead end that I'm on, it was plowed out by 9 o'clock the morning of the storm last week, so I think that was a fantastic job.
And I checked, the driver on that route didn't know that you lived on that street, Mr. Mayor.
Along the same lines, I've heard from some of the volunteer firemen that if you're young and healthy enough, if you can help out clearing out some of the fire hydrants on the corners. I know DPW does a great job, but some of the corners, the fire hydrants are plowed in. With seeing the big fire in Avalon in North Jersey a few weeks ago, I think if we can clear out the fire hydrants, that may save a few lives down the road. Hopefully we don't need them, but it'd be great to have them visible. A few other things. Please consider adopting a pet from the shelter around the corner, or donating some time or money to them. They're really, they don't have a whole lot of resources, and they're running on a very thin budget. So being an animal lover, I am a big proponent of that. Also, when I sat on the advisory board of health, our health educator was a huge proponent of washing your hands. Since this is flu season, her mantra was, you cannot wash your hands enough, so please wash your hands as often as you can. No pun intended, this is American Heart Month, and I am married to a woman with a heart condition, so this does strike very close to my heart. So please learn the warning symptoms. They're on the CDC. They're also on the American Heart Association website. So that's about all I have. Now on to the Township Manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I think that council has covered everything adequately, so I will forego my report tonight.
Thank you, and I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
We're on to the council discussion items. The 4th of July came up a little while ago, but Councilman Wright, would you like to bring any other questions, comments, topics?
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, what'd you ask me?
The council discussion item A is the 4th of July fireworks. I know you brought it up before, but.
Oh, yeah, I threw that right in there, so we can just skip right over that. Okay?
Okay.
And there's no need to, I just talked to our esteemed clerk, Miss Anne Marie. We don't need to vote on or anything like that to bring it back up. So it's just autopilot. Come January, we just know to start up again, and once again, you're going to love 4th of July.
Okay, great. We also had we need to reschedule the budget hearing. I guess today was officially the date when it was supposed to be. Now we need to choose a date for the next meeting. Do we need suggestions, discussions?
I'm forced to talk.
Yeah.
So you must have a budget hearing in the very near future. There is a need for two. We have one scheduled for this upcoming Monday, the 9th. You have a council meeting on Tuesday, the 10th. There are no meetings that I'm aware of scheduled for the 12th, which is a Thursday. However, once you roll into the following week, there are a number of meetings scheduled.
Are there meetings scheduled for Wednesday, the 11th?
There are not meetings scheduled for the 11th
All right,
that I'm aware of at this particular point.
so I'll move the 11th.
Can I just finish one second?
Sure.
You have a council meeting on Tuesday, you have a budget hearing on Monday. If you wish to do 3 in a row without any break, and that also doesn't give me opportunity to do anything with staff in between either, so that having 3 meetings in a row might be an undue burden. That was why I had suggested Thursday.
Okay, then Thursday, the 12th.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. The meeting will be Thursday, the 12th. Sorry, I was trying to write and talk at the same time. Okay, now we're on to the approval of the minutes. The following minutes are hereby presented for approval to the Township Council. The Township Council work session, regular meeting, January 13th, 2015 at 7 p.m.
So moved.
Is there,
Seconded.
was there a first motion?
Yeah.
Oh,
Phil did.
Okay. Ms. McCarthy, can you please poll the council?
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Abstain.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Yes.
Warrants in the amount of $4,301,180.56 on January 27th, 2015 are presented to the Township Council for payment.
Motion for payment?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, we have a tradition that the first meeting that someone runs, they pay the warrants.
The clerk will confirm this.
So it's a light one, I think. We
Let me
take
get my
checks, by the way,
checkbook.
Mr. Mayor.
I think I left my checkbook in the office. I'll go get it.
ATM card?
Credit card?
Ms. McCarthy, can you poll the council?
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Okay, this is the public hearing and adoption of ordinances on the second reading. Ordinance number 4091-15. I'm sorry?
9-4.
4094-15. An ordinance of the Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, and State of New Jersey, authorizing the acceptance of a deed of easement from Diane Parisi, executrix of the estate of Elizabeth Higgins, to Township of Franklin for premises known as Block 5-5.02, Lot 171, 121 Laurel Avenue, Kingston. The Township Attorney has approved the affidavit of publication, and a public hearing is in order.
Move for a public hearing.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. The meeting is open for public discussion on this ordinance. Anyone interested in speaking, please raise your hand, and when recognized, give your name and address.
Seeing no one coming forward, Mayor, I motion to close the public portion of the
Seconded.
hearing.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Okay. Anne Marie McCarthy, can you please poll the,
A motion for passage of the ordinance.
Move the adoption of the ordinance.
Second.
Seconded.
Ms. McCarthy, can you poll the council?
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Okay, here's the ordinances on introduction and first reading. Ordinance number 4096-15. An ordinance authorizing the private sale of township-owned land located at Block 195, lots 33 and 34, 140 Churchill Avenue, and Block 95, lots 15 and 16, 178 Churchill Avenue, in the Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey. The foregoing ordinance is presented to the Township Council for adoption on the first reading, posting, publication in accordance with law, and public hearing and final adoption on Tuesday, February 24, 2015, at 7 p.m. in the municipal complex.
Motion for introduction.
Second.
Ms. McCarthy, can you poll the council?
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Yes.
Okay. Ordinance number 4097-15, bond ordinance providing for the construction and installation of a 9/11 memorial in and by the Township of Franklin in the County of Somerset, State of New Jersey, reappropriating $18,508.40 in excess bond proceedings from bond ordinance number 3474, not needed for their original purpose, to finance the costs thereof. The foregoing ordinance is presented to the Township Council for adoption on first reading, posting, publication in accordance with law, and public hearing and final adoption Tuesday, February 24th, 2015, at 7 p.m. in the municipal complex.
Motion to introduce.
Ms. McCarthy, can you poll the council?
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Okay. The consent agenda resolutions. The items A through P, as listed on the consent agenda portion of this meeting, are presented to the Township Council for adoption.
Motion for passing the consent agenda.
Second.
Ms. McCarthy, can you poll the council?
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Councilman Wright?
Okay. Seeing that there are no resolutions to be voted on separately, we're on to old business. Are there any nominations for the boards, committees, commissions as listed on the agenda?
Nope.
Mr. Mayor, seeing there are no nominations, I move that the motion be closed.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Seeing that we have no executive session, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried.
Meeting is adjourned.